Tool number 4 is dealing with unhelpful behaviour. How to spot the behaviours that don't help, like drinking too much, staying in bed, overspending, and switch them to helpful behaviours.
When I'm feeling depressed, one thing is appealing is drinking. I would tend to drink beer or wine by myself. But later on, I realized that alcohol, in fact, is a depressant. In fact, it will make my depression worse, so I will stay away from drinking again.
I've identified for me what's safe drinking and what's not. So for example, for a bottle of red wine, if I'm watching a film with the boys, having a couple of glasses of red wine, that's lovely. If I'm feeling really low and I head for a bottle of red wine, that's not good. But it's only experience that's taught me that. It's only life that's taught me that.
Like unhelpful thinking, unhelpful behaviour is something we do that makes us feel worse. The trick is to spot it and change it. Drinking too much, eating too much, spending too much, overreacting to situations without thinking them through, self-harm, risk-taking, pushing people away, hurting others, depending on people too heavily. These are all things we do because of how we feel that don't help how we feel. So the way you solve this is by homing in on just one behaviour and then using the 7-step problem-solving process in tool number 1 to change it. Then, if there's another behaviour you want to deal with, move on to that one in the same way. Let's take excessive drinking as an example. Start by breaking the problem down into chunks. If you drink too much at home, at the pub and at parties with friends, choose just one of them to deal with. At home, say. Now, brainstorm ways to solve this part of the problem. Include silly ideas as well as more sensible ones to get your creative juices going. Solutions might be: don't have a big stock of drinking at home. Do something else instead. Start a hobby, read a book in the evenings. Buy some smaller wine glasses. You'd be surprised how well this one works. Tighten up your budgeting so that you can't afford to buy as much drink. Set yourself a limit and plan to have at least one day in the week when you don't have any alcohol at all. You'll love the way you feel the next morning. Write down the advantages and disadvantages of each of the options. Choose one and plan how and when you're going to do it. Now do it and check how it worked after a week or so.